They say money can't buy you love, but it can buy you happiness. According to a new study in the journal Science, money can buy you happiness as long as you're spending it on someone else. Researchers found people reported more happiness if they spend money on gifts for others or give charitable donations, regardless of how much they made. Joining us now is Dr. Joy Browne, clinical psychologist and popular radio talk show host. A very good morning to you.
Good morning. We could say this is the Paul McCartney, Heather Mills story, right?
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't
think so. That was a nope. We know that many of us are guilty of these thoughts like, oh, if I only had a little bit more. Yeah. You know, so given that's how people so naturally will think, are you surprised by these findings?
Well, I think we have to divide it in two different parts, Alex. The first is, will money make you happy? And we know conclusively that it really doesn't. Lottery winners tend to have horrible stories by and large.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah,
they do.
It really does. And someone's done a huge survey on it, and it tends to ruin their lives. On the other hand, what we're talking about is the altruism, the philanthropic part of sharing. And the question is it the money or is it the sharing that makes people happy?
But with this study, I mean, you've got some people that are out there, they seem to have it all. They've got the house, the clothes, the travel, the cars, everything. They've got it. And this is not what's going to make them happy?
Well, but we know that. We know that at the end of our lives, what we value is the relationships, not, the toys. And the achieving of it may be kind of fun, but we know, study after study. I actually put it in one of my books that one of the 9 fantasies that'll ruin your life is money will make you happy. It will not. But what you do with it might.
And so the charitable aspect of things, you said the feeling of being altruistic. What is it? What is that sense that comes from within that makes you want to do it? And then what is it that you gain afterwards?
Well, I think there are a number of parts. The church, as you know, has historically said 10%. That's where the term tithing comes.
Right.
Exactly. The idea being that you're kind of not exactly buying your way into heaven, but the idea is that you're sort of giving to someone else. I suppose you could view taxes as tithing to a certain extent.
Not.
But we know that that it is much better to give than receive because of power, number one, that giving something away makes you feel that you can do it, makes you feel superior, makes you feel powerful, and can also make you feel beloved. Receiving not so much. It turns out that being a recipient of charity does not necessarily feel good, but I think part of it is just the sense of connection as well as power.
Does it matter how much money?
It turns out there's a study that says it doesn't. That giving, they did a bunch of college students and they gave them either $20 or $5 and said, okay, how does it make you feel? And it turns out it's the giving, not the amount. My guess is that if you did it with peanut butter grape jelly sandwiches and you shared your half of peanut butter sandwich, the idea is that you're connecting, that you're getting something important for your money, for your value.
What about, though, I guess the antithesis of this is when people go out and they splurge on themselves. They buy something and go over the top. I mean, that does seem to bring some happiness.
Temporarily.
Temporarily.
The point is that if it's something that you spend on yourself, then presumably you can do that anytime you want. I think there is the sense that somehow I'm a good person. We do have consciences. We've been taught from very early on that sharing is a good thing. If you really want that latte, it may make you feel really good temporarily. But we know that there is a long-term kind of halo effect to giving to another person because, among other things, they quite often feel grateful.
So when it comes to money, can you give a very quick summation on how to use it to make yourself happiest?
Well, figure out in the long run really what does make you happy. And if it's a latte, okay. If it's a latte that you share with your friend, that may turn out better. I think there's also the sense of an investment, that when we invest in people, that they invest back in us. And I think especially with a windfall, we have the sense that, gee, there but for the grace of God go I. So maybe if I'm generous to someone, they'll be generous back to me. It feels good.
Okay. Dr. Joy Browne, a very appropriate segment
yes,
in this Easter Sunday holiday and what people seem to be thinking about, many of us. We got to talk about that hypnosis thing, though.
We can do that. Look into my eyes.
I'm not doing that right now. I'm going to talk politics and all other stuff, too. I'll do it next hour, and then you can take over the show for the 11. Thanks so much. No.